Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Kmart FPV. This is my 2022 setup.
Psst, no, I didn't forget. You can still win one of these. Instructions are at the end of the video.
This quad is based off of the SpeedyBee Fs225 V3 frame, which I've always loved for its aluminum standoffs. The real selling point this time though with this frame is a 30mm mounting in the back. And although currently the eye of the beast is a Digisight V3 feeding into the 200mW HDZero Whoop board, the real intent for this quad is for it to hold the 1W HDZero board if it ever comes out.
Kmart, be patient. It's coming.
The drivetrain on this quad is made up of a set of FPV Cycle 25mm Imperial Motors and Ethics P4 candy cane props. I know the recommendation for these motors is to go with a lower pitch prop, which I have to try, but as far as feeling out the difference between this quad and my other quad, I really did want to keep the propellers the same. Our control link is Express ELRS. And between HDZero and Express ELRS, I really do feel like this quad has an amazing future ahead of it. And I believe the updates for both of those systems will make this a really innovative quad for the foreseeable future. In an FPV, that means a solid 6 months. As far as electronics, I will admit I don't know that I could feel the difference between an F4 and an F7 flight controller, and I had a HackRC ESC and a Xilo F4 flight controller lying around. As long as they work, I'm okay with it. Prints, however, are from Brain 3D. I did want to quickly mention Brain 3D because that company is the reason why I don't own a 3D printer. The work they do is incredible, and I will continue buying from them as long as I can. All right, I get it. Enough talk. Let's put this quad in the air and see how it feels.
All right, cool. So we're out here in the field doing our maiden flight. I'm going to be filming from inside of the car because it is a balmy 15 degrees outside and the car is nice and toasty. This might not be ideal because I can't really hear the sound of the motors, and if there's any kind of trilling or anything like that, I'm not going to be able to hear it. However, in all honesty, I had a maiden flight with this quad. If you'd like to watch that video, it's on my Instagram page. I flew in my backyard, way too small of a space for a 5-inch quad, so I do still consider this our maiden flight. We're going to take it easy on the first time. We're just going to fly around the field. I'm going to keep you on goggle DVR. Let's see what happens. So I definitely won't have turtle mode if I flip it over, but I do have a quad to put up in the air. So in this first flight, I'm just going to talk you through what I'm thinking of, and we'll watch the goggle DVR as we do it. So this is the maiden flight of my SpeedyBee. Ooh, all right. So first impressions is that it is very, okay, it's smooth. It's very responsive. Oh man. Flies like a dream. It is a little disorienting to fly from inside of the car because you can't hear the motors. And you know, not that I'm not a tuning expert by any means, but I do like to hear what the motors are doing, just to remind me if I'm asking too much of it. So there is one issue here with the new firmware that has dropped frames, and we might have a sync issue after a while. But also, right now, in my first impressions, as I'm getting this quad up and flying for the first time, I am also without OSD, which for whatever reason on this Sharkbite system comes and goes. Wow. Yeah, this quad, it's responsive, it's very smooth. I don't think these props are over-pitched, but let's punch out. Okay, so it doesn't feel like the motors aren't touchy, which is something I was a little bit worried about. They are very smooth motors, but when you need a punch out, you got to punch out. Okay, all right. I'm happy with this. Let's see if we can get some prop wash. Okay, a little shake there. Barely noticeable, really. Yeah, almost no prop wash. Woohoo! Ooh, I think I got a killer quad. All right, So here are my final thoughts. Love the way the quad flies. The combination of these motors with these propellers beautifully grips the air, and I feel like I have a ton of low throttle control that I haven't had with any of my other quads. So unfortunately, that might open the door for me buying more expensive motors in the future, but something that works out well. As far as the GoPro mount, I snapped it off real quick, even with these 1/4-inch heavy-duty zip ties. If anybody has an STL file for a GoPro Hero 8 for this frame, please let me know. Now, as far as the video link, I was really disappointed that my HDZero system wasn't working well. However, after exchanging some ideas with some people on Discord, I actually don't think it's the HDZero system. I think it's that cheap flight controller that I had lying around. The F4 Flight Controller just can't handle that which I'm asking it to do for HDZero. So that's going to be the next upgrade, just to put a new flight controller in there. I even have a Flight 1 flight controller lent to me by somebody, so if you guys want to see me try Flight 1 for the first time, let me know in the comments below. Now, all within that same day of putting this out to fly, broke a switch on my Radio Master and fried the HDMI port on my goggles, so it looks like I'm grounded, or at least stuck on the sim for a little bit until I get a new set of goggles in. However, it does seem that we're going to need a follow-up video to this, aren't we? Let's see how this quad flies with an F7 flight controller. Let's see if we get the OSD working. Let's see how everything goes. If you would like to win, now, I'm so stoked that we got to 200 subscribers. If you would like to win one of these cool hoodies, there is a Google form down below. Fill out the Google form. I will draw 2 weeks from today one winner. You must be subscribed to the channel. Best of luck. I'll catch you guys next time.